As a result of last year, Russian trade with the Central Asian states exceeded $45 billion. Overall, this is a good result. However, I would like to draw your attention to an example I often use in such contexts. Tomorrow, Alexander Lukashenko will take part in our work in the CIS. Our trade with Belarus exceeds $50 billion. Let me remind you that Belarus has a population of 10 million, whereas Uzbekistan has nearly 40 million, Tajikistan has over 10 million, and Kazakhstan has more than 20 million. Just think, without even mentioning the other countries, what a colossal resource this represents. This means there are strong prospects for expanding our economic relations. Russia is one of the leading investors in the region's economies. The total volume of Russian investments exceeds $20 billion. I also believe that this is not enough. I am interested in seeing companies from your countries actively participate in large-scale Russian development programs in industry, high technology, import substitution, and other fields. Moreover, we are pleased to see your countries achieving success in all of these areas. Eurasian logistics projects can be consolidated into a single network using modern e-services and transport solutions. This would significantly increase international transit volume through our region. It is important that Russia and the Central Asian Five adhere to common or similar positions on key issues of the regional and global agenda, and continue to coordinate their positions in the UN and other multilateral formats. The situation in Afghanistan remains a traditional focus for all of our states. Ilya Sharapovich has just briefed you on this. Regrettably, terrorist groups still attempt to use Afghan territory to spread extremist ideology and carry out criminal activities. At present, we see that the current Afghan authorities are willing to engage in mutually beneficial cooperation in various areas, including the fight against terrorism and narcotics trafficking. Of course, we are ready to support these aspirations. With regard to the Middle East, against a backdrop of humanitarian tragedies and disasters in the gas sector, there is an active search underway for a solution to the Palestinian-Israeli conflict. President Trump has put forward a number of well-known initiatives, and, as you have seen, Russia supported them almost immediately. We can all observe what's happening now. According to our information and media coverage, we have now arrived at a final decision. We very much hope that President Trump's initiatives will be put into practice. From the very start, this initiative has been positively received both in the Arab world and the Islamic world. The most important thing, once again, is for it to be implemented. I would like to emphasize that Russia has always been, and still is, a member of the UN Security Council, and we are ready to support any peaceful efforts aimed at ending the bloodshed and bringing calm to this region. I think you will agree. This was the Soviet Union's position, and all the republics of the former USSR have inherited it. We believe that the long-term stabilization and resolution of all issues related to this difficult problem hinge on the creation of an independent Palestinian state. Only through diplomacy and negotiations can the situation around the Iranian nuclear program be resolved. There is no reasonable alternative to this. We remain in close contact with our Iranian partners and sense their willingness to seek mutually acceptable solutions and resume constructive cooperation with the UN Security Council. If you noticed, we recently hosted the Secretary-General of the United Nations in our country. We held detailed discussions with him on this issue. He also highlighted Iran's desire to settle all outstanding problems. Of course, some technical issues remain, but all of them will play a role in achieving a final settlement of this extremely difficult regional problem. We continue our trust-based contacts with Israel and have received signals from Israeli leaders asking our Iranian friends to pass on a message. Israel is committed to further resolving the issue and is not interested in any form of confrontation.